Barbershop Talk, aka Therapy Session. And I'm with my lovely, beautiful best friend, Miss Christy, aka Christasha. And today we want to make a quick or talk about a quick topic that my beautiful woman brought to my attention. And we probably had some disagreements, but we want to talk it out instead of arguing. So let's talk about it.
So I saw a reel about a mom describing a situation where her 19-year-old son had just graduated high school, started his first job um, at FedEx, and the manager there was a 38 or 39-year-old woman, and apparently she likes dating young children right out of high school and so purposely hires young kids, and apparently has started a relationship with this particular boy and has moved him in and now has had to cut off a relationship with his mother because of the age gap and the concern because the mother is against it. So my question was, does my husband agree with that, or does he think that that age gap is okay?
Um, and to answer that question simply, absolutely not. A 20-year difference, you have nothing in common with an individual with 20-year different age gap. You guys are in two different phases of life, but we have to get more in depth to have an understanding. We don't want to take anything out of context. So I came up with a couple questions, and then I'm going to ask my beautiful wife, and she's going to give me her answer. I'm going to give her my perspective. And if you guys have any insight, drop it. But we just trying to make it make sense. That's all. So the first question we already agreed upon: a 20-year age gap is not even an option in our value system. For the simple fact, there's nothing you can do but manipulate and use a person of that caliber. How you doing, Goggy boy? So we just talking about age differences and gaps, but a 20-year age difference, you have nothing in common. You can probably manipulate them with your resources, but other than that, it's going to be a havoc waiting to happen. So let me go to the second question. What do you think the intent of an older person dating a younger person is? Hello, you. Have a great day. Thank you so much, John. You do the same, man. I hope you guys having a great day. Thank you guys for always supporting, coming in, watching. If you have any insight, go ahead, drop it. I mean, I'm about 1K. I'm trying to get to a million though, so I'm really at 10 if we technically think about it. But let me go ahead and finish that. What do you think the intent of an older person dating a younger person is?
Um, Probably not good intent because, as you mentioned, at that level of an age gap, they're in two completely different stages of life. So, for me, probably the older person's intent is they've gone through things, they don't want to deal with things. So, they probably have their own baggage and they're looking for something without that, right?
Hmm.
So, and then with that, someone at your stage in life probably has the same thing. So, with dating younger, the intent is for probably someone without the baggage or without the problems or without the history, um, because they can manipulate or mold them because they don't have the
Lowndes
experience.
Finest is in the house. What is going on, my brother? I hope your day is going. You see, we just trying to make it do what it do, man. Before me and the missus turned the dialogue into an argument, we wanted to turn it into a topic, and we want you guys to give y'all insight on what y'all think. Cause I'm not always right, she's not always right, but we gotta make it make sense. All right, so what she was basically saying is that normally a person who's older than another person, their intent is might not be the most positive. It's probably more than likely is going to be on a manipulation or a control status. I'm supposed to say the badge is my football team.
Oh, his thing.
Oh, I like the badge, man. Hey, shout out to your football team. What is their name?
Yeah, it's hard to see. Thing.
But again, what we were saying is a older person dating a younger person normally has the intent to want to control something. In my opinion, and because they have more resources, more education, more experience. So ultimately, they can use that to their advantage because they work so hard. They probably feel like I want somebody to be molded the way I want them to be molded. And if you have experience in life, you've seen some things that you probably know that you won't be comfortable with, and might bring that to that person's attention. So to avoid all that, an older person will probably just go for a younger person, right? Now, let's reverse that question. What is the intent of a younger person? What is the intent of a
Oh,
younger
that's
person
good.
dating an older person? Talk to me.
Yeah, I would probably say typically the same thing, just in reverse. Like they're looking to use them in some type of way because, to your point, they are at a different level in life, so they probably have a different level of finance, a different level of resources that look appealing, and so thinking that they're going to use them for whatever those resources are.
100% agree. I would just basically say, long story short, for stability and nurturing. Um, and last but not least, what should be the cutoff limit on the age gap of dating? What should be the cutoff limit on the age gap of dating? Because in my brain, as a educated male, they gave you 18 and up legal for a reason. I don't know
But for what
exactly.
things? 18's only legal for what?
For
Tobacco.
relationships,
21, you have to be legal
relationships.
to
I
drink.
just said,
So,
you don't listen sometimes, babe. I said relationships. That's the whole thing I'm talking about. You're 18. You don't have. They didn't say 21 is legal to date somebody older, right? What do you feel about that? Because that's what I'm going off of. You want to go off of Morris
I think
compass is
no,
some
that is
gray
the
area,
age that they've
you
given, but
know.
that doesn't. What does that equate to, right?
Said make a fart. We don't do. Now you gotta go subscribe. Go subscribe, my guy. All right.
Okay. What was?
Hey, shout out to my man. He's unique.
What was it?
I say as far as 21 and up,
Oh,
as laws are concerned,
yes.
because it's real gray. So we're going off. What do we go off of? Yeah, I'm going
No, it
off of.
is. You're right. It is gray.
See, I descended from both. My parents is 15. Part my.
Oh, and her grandparents is 7.
That's a boy. Stop playing with him, man. Don't call him no girl,
I
man.
didn't. I said his.
That's my guy. Lawden's finest. Go
There you
follow
go.
him, man. Good dude. My grandparents, paternal parents, are 7 years apart. But now, how did that affect you, my guy? How did that affect you from that age gap difference? Because how I like to look at life. Thank you so much for subscribing. But how I look at life is you experience stuff, and your teacher is supposed to be hindsight. That means you go back and then you try to see what was the lesson in each scenario, because every scenario you go through, there is a lesson in it. So, what was I saying? What do you feel about the 21? I mean, the law being
18.
18 and up, right? Because that's normally probably why she went for the guy. Because what if she didn't have a spiritual journey or
Oh
connection? She
yeah.
only had her life
Well,
circumstances.
probably
The
anybody in those
law,
circumstances. I mean, you can use, yeah, you can use the law. I think that, are you using it to manipulate, really, again, what's the intent, right? Yes, legally 18, you can do it, but they're not saying legally 18, go marry a 60-year-old, right? That, yes, you legally can do it, but does that make it the right thing, whether it's the law or not? What, right? What are we looking at here? Morally,
I mean, what are you?
just laws
I know what I'm
only.
looking at. I know what I would do in my own individual decision making.
I mean, but
But
to your point,
I'm
the
not
law,
going.
yeah, says
Yeah,
18.
so I'm not going
So
to
legally, they can't get in
judge.
trouble for it, is the thing. Doesn't make it right. Because you can do lots of things legally, but it doesn't make it the right thing to do just because you can legally do it, right?
Right.
That's my point.
And what do you think the age gap should be, babe? Off the cutoff point.
So
Now, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't say more than 7. Or less.
we have a 7 years age gap, too. He's a little older than me.
I love it. So,
So I think that that is very gray, right? Because I do think, regardless, in whatever level, 20 years is too much of an age gap when you're looking at 18 and 40, right? But I think, to your point, what you said earlier, being at different stages in life, as you then get more experience, get older, what that age gap looks like at different ages in your life, I think is different, right? Like,
and this
okay,
where it
for
get real.
example, we're 7 years different, right? So just at our age, 39, and 45, is not the same to
38.
me
But
as
she does this all
no,
the
but
time.
so to me, you have more in common at those age ranges versus a 7 year age gap at, say, 23 and 15, or 2016, and see what I'm saying? So that's why I think it's a gray area when you have to look at the overall situation, because 7 years in your 40s is not the same as 7 years as a teenager in 20s and 30s,
All right, so
because
look.
of the level of experience and maturity that you have as you get older.
All
Does
right,
that make
look.
sense?
Yeah, we about to do barbershop talk real quick, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
Okay.
And part of my messages is I like using life experience. And one of my life experiences, I remember I was staying at a college dorm when me and her got separated. And when me and her got separated, I was around nothing but young ladies, right? And they were young ladies who loved to party, loved to do a lot of stuff. So at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, what are these ladies doing at this age? Are they even ready to be molded? And where is this person with the resources and life at
Right, and they're
mentally at
probably
this
not,
age?
because they're just getting this experience, to where at that age we've had that experience of partying and hanging out, but they haven't.
Right. So that's how the devil works and that's how the world works. Is basically you tempt people with your resources and you deceive people. And the same goes with whoever doesn't have the resources. If somebody with resources likes what they see and then you give up who you are because of what they have, whose fault is it in the end? It's nobody's fault but your own, because it's all about the intentions of the heart. Because ultimately, that's what's going to make you make the decisions you make. Ultimately, what do you think about that, darling?
Yes, I agree.
All right, is there anything else
No,
you
that
want to
was a
talk
great
about?
chat.
As always, I love y'all. Hey, Lawton Finest, go follow him. Great guy. My man who made me fart, shout out to him. Brought the kid out of me, man. We will be back at you guys in a minute. I mean, for me and my parents, and both set of my parents never got along. It was dysfunctional, so I've never seen a healthy. Hey, same here. This is my dude. This is my spiritual brother. Same here. But we're here to break the curses, and it's like that's one of the things me and my guy at the shop was talking about. Is like we can't make decisions based off of our parents' feelings. We have to ultimately make decisions on what's best for us. So if I marry somebody outside of my race, that's up to me. You better be happy for me. Not saying my mom isn't. My mom loves everybody. But that's a lot of stuff that has we have going on. Like a lot of parents are want to control um their child's relationship when they become adults because they have invested so much throughout the years. But that's not how it's supposed to go. You know, you can get advice from your parents, but do not let your parents dictate your relationship. And that's one thing I seen that lady sound like she was doing. She was spending more time and energy trying to dictate how her son's relationship was than trying to find her love of her life. You see what I'm saying? Because your mom is not your girlfriend. Your mom is not your girlfriend. How you feel about that, baby?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, guys. We supposed to be gone about 2 minutes ago, but we will see you guys in the next time. I love y'all. She's so beautiful. I'm out!